seated. Find a comfortable seat at the top of your mat. You can sit cross-legged or up on your knees, whatever feels comfortable for you today. Sit up nice and tall. Bring your hands to your knees. And start to take some nice deep breaths here. Just begin to arrive in your body. This might be the first time that you've stopped to pause today. And just start to take inventory of what you are feeling physically. Notice any areas of tension. And then I want you to notice how you're feeling energetically. So you might start to notice the fast beat of your heart, or maybe some noise or chaos in your mind. Using the breath, see if you can smooth out this energy, distribute it all throughout the body. So take nice deep breaths as you sit here. And see if you can start to even out the breath. I'm going to offer something a little bit different from Ujjayi breath today. So breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And as you breathe in this way, just imagine that you're releasing some of that heat, some of that chaos from your body. We're in the middle of the summer season here. There's a lot of warmth, a lot of chaos. Just see if you can let some of that go. Beautiful. And keeping the eyes closed, start to take some seated cat-cows here. So as you inhale, draw the heart forward, maybe look up slightly. As you exhale, round the spine and tuck your chin to your chest. So inhale, heart forward. And exhale, round. Keeping that nice slow breath as you move in and out. Inhale, heart forward. And exhale, round. And continue through these motions, or you can take some organic movement. You can make big circles over the hips. You can shrug the shoulders up and down, up and back. Keeping your eyes closed, just move in whatever way feels good for you. And if there's certain areas that feel like they need a little bit of love, or they feel a little bit creaky, just linger there for a breath or two. Today we're going to focus on using the breath to stay present. We're doing a lot of things online these days, and it's really easy to get distracted. It's really easy to multitask and do a lot of things at a time. So see if you can stay present by focusing on the breath today. Slowly start to settle back into center here. Allow the eyes to open as you inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. As you exhale, fold forward over the legs and hold here for a moment. Walk the fingertips forward and let the head hang. Let the neck relax. Maybe press into the fingertips, sink the hips a little bit closer to the earth. Take one full breath here. And let it go. Start to walk your hands forward, making your way into a table. So stacking your shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees, and if you have kind of achy knees, I always recommend putting a blanket underneath your knees just to pad them. From here, take a few rounds of cat-cow. So inhale, scoop the heart forward and tilt the tailbone up. As you exhale, round the spine, tuck your tailbone under. Tuck your chin to your chest. Inhale to cow, heart forward. And exhale, round. Take one more on your own. Beautiful. Settle back into a neutral tabletop here. Tuck the toes under and sink the hips down towards the heels. Finding a nice stretch in the toes, just rock from side to side. Giving your toes a little bit of love today. This is a really nice stretch to do first thing in the morning, just FYI. And then go ahead, come back into your table, keep the toes tucked. Walk your hands about 1 inch or 2 forward. Tuck your toes and just press down through the hands and lift the knees about 2 inches above the ground. So hover the knees, engage the belly. See if you can really engage the lower core here. So you're tucking your tailbone under like cat pose. Pressing into the hands. If your knees are floating up, see if you can bring them a little bit closer to the ground, hovering them 1 or 2 inches above the ground. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, downward dog, lift the hips. Shake it out. Pedal out the feet. Shake the head from side to side. Take some organic movement here. Really nice. It's your first downward dog, so you can keep the knees nice and soft, bending them here. But think about pressing into all 10 fingers. Notice if your ears are right next to your biceps. Your neck is nice and long. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. One more, just like that. Inhale and exhale. On the inhale, slowly begin to roll forward into plank. Really slow, intentional movement here. If you need to walk your hands a little bit further up, that's fine. Hold here for 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way down to your belly. Keeping your hands next to your ribs here. Untuck the toes. Inhale, lift the head and the neck. Baby cobra. Exhale, release down. We'll do 2 more of those. Inhale, baby cobra. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And exhale, release. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, release. Press into the hands. Find your way back into your downward facing dog. Take a nice deep breath in and out. On the inhale, reach your right leg straight up and back behind you, 3-legged dog. And then bend the knee and open the hip. Reaching that right knee up towards the sky. You can always bend into that left knee, but keep pressing the left heel down towards the mat. On the inhale, reach that leg straight back behind you. Exhale, step the right foot forward into a low lunge. Keep your fingertips where they are. As you inhale, lift the chest, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step forward, fold at the top of your mat. Beautiful. Taking our first forward fold here. Just let the head hang, let the neck relax. Really nice. Inhale, halfway lift. Drag your hands up the shins. Press into the shins, flat back. Exhale, release. We'll do 2 more of those. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen the spine. And exhale, fold. Keep with your breath here. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Go ahead, bend the knees generously here. As you inhale, come all the way up to stand. Reach up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful. Take a minute here to recalibrate. Maybe sway from side to side on one foot and then the other. And forward and back on the toes and the heels. Using these little movements, these little bits of awareness to stay present here. On the inhale, reach up towards the sky. And exhale, fold forward. Moving through our sun A's here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hand, step the right foot back into a lunge. Keep the fingertips where they are. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, step back into your downward facing dog. So this is our flow today. If you mix up your lefts and your rights, don't worry about it too much. On the inhale, lift your left leg straight back behind you. Bend the knee, open the hip. See if you can lift that left knee up towards the sky. Sink the right heel down towards the ground. Beautiful. Inhale, straighten that left leg straight back behind you. Exhale, step the foot forward into your little lunge. Inhale, lift the chest, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step forward, fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift here. And exhale, fold. Inhale, come to stand, reach up, look up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Really nice. Moving a little bit quicker this time. Inhale, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step the left foot back into a lunge. Take an inhale here. And exhale, downward facing dog. As you inhale, roll all the way forward into your plank. Exhale, lower yourself down through your half or full chaturanga. Inhale to cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take 3 deep breaths here. Notice how your body feels. How's your energy doing? Really nice. We'll move through one more flow just like that. Inhale, reach the right leg straight back behind you. Bend the knee, open the hip. Just for one breath here. And then on the inhale, straighten that right leg behind you. Exhale, step forward to a low lunge. Take an inhale here, lift the chest. Exhale, step forward and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, come to stand, reach up, look up. Nice big movement here. Exhale, hands heart center. Beautiful. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, fold. Building a little bit of heat here as we move a little faster. Halfway lift on the inhale. Exhale, plant the hands, step the right foot back into a lunge. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, downward facing dog. One full breath here. And sigh it out. Inhale, left leg reaches back behind you. Bend the knee, open the hip. One full breath here. On the inhale, straighten that left leg behind you. Exhale, step forward into a lunge. Inhale, lift the chest, lengthen. Exhale, step forward and fold. You're doing great. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come to stand, reach up, look up. This time on the exhale, come into your chair pose, sink the hips. Utkatasana. Weight comes into the heels of the feet. Beautiful. Adding a little bit of core here. Maybe sink the hips a little bit lower. Take a deep breath in and out. One more breath in. And fold over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant the hands, step the left foot back into a lunge. Inhale, lift the chest and lengthen. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, roll forward to your plank. Exhale, bend the elbows, chaturanga or half chaturanga. Inhale to your upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Go ahead, drop to the knees, take a child's pose here. Bring your forehead down to the mat and walk the fingertips forward. Nice, active, engaged child's pose here. Press into the hands. Feel the shoulders engage. Sink the hips a little bit closer to the heels. Come back to the breath. Are you present? Are you on your mat? Or is your mind wandering? When you're ready, go ahead and make your way back into your downward facing dog. Taking a few breaths to get there. Really nice. On an inhale, reach your right leg straight back behind you. As you exhale, bring your knee to your nose, shift the weight forward. Inhale, straighten that leg back behind you. Exhale, knee to nose. See if you can tap your nose with your knee. Inhale, extend long. Exhale, knee to nose. One more here. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to nose. Pause here for a moment. See if you can squeeze that knee in towards the body. Step the foot forward. Find your high lunge. So take a moment here to find your footing. When you find your footing, rise up to your high lunge. If you need to adjust your feet a little bit, feel free to. It's totally fine. Take a few breaths here. Bend into the right knee. Press that left heel down towards the ground. Beautiful. You guys look great. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, clasp your hands at the low spine. On the inhale, pull the bind down towards the ground as you lift the chest. Coming into a little back bend. From here, we're going to come into our modified humble warrior. So take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, slowly fold to the inside of that right knee. Still pressing down through the feet. You might wobble a little bit, that's okay. And reach the bind up towards the sky. Beautiful. Nice work. And using the muscles in the belly, slowly pull yourself all the way back up. Keeping the bind here, finding your lunge. And then slowly bring all the weight into that right foot as you peel the left foot off the mat, coming into your warrior three. So it's okay to wobble, it's okay to fall out of it, just come right back into it. And if you don't like the bind, you can bring your hands to your hips or your hands to heart center, whatever feels good. That back leg is nice and engaged. You're breathing. Really nice. Take one more breath here. Listen carefully. You're slowly, with control, going to step back into your warrior two. And then open it up. Right hand forward, left hand back. Nice deep bend in the right knee. Make sure your right knee is stacked right over top of your right ankle. On an inhale, flip the front palm, reverse your warrior. Take one full breath here. And out. One more inhale. And exhale. Slowly coming into our extended side angle. Right arm comes down to your right knee. Left arm reaches up and over your head. Take a few moments here in your extended side angle. See if you can press your right forearm into your right knee as you open up your left shoulder towards the sky. Beautiful. Can you find your breath? Can you find ease in this pose? Beautiful. On an inhale, using the muscles in the belly, slowly pull yourself all the way back into your warrior two. From here, we're going to find our half moon. This is where your block or your prop or whatever comes in. And reach your right fingertips forward and down onto your block or onto your prop or onto the floor. Right arm comes down, left leg reaches up. Left hand reaches up towards the sky. This is a little bit too much for you. You can stay in your extended side angle, or just play around with it here. If you fall out of it, just come right back into it. You're doing great. If you want to get a little bit more advanced, you can reach back for that left foot. That's not in it for me today. One more breath here. Slowly come back into your warrior two. Go ahead, bring your hands to your hips. Straighten that leg. And pivot all 10 toes to face the side of your mat. So you're in a wide-legged stance here. Then go ahead, just fold forward to the inside of the legs. Reaching your hands down towards the ground. Take a few breaths here. We did some challenging poses, so just recalibrate. Find your breath. Notice the beat of your heart. Really nice. If you want to grab your ankles, pull yourself a little bit closer to the ground. Or if there's a different variation that you like, feel free to choose that. Wherever you are, begin to bring your hands back to center. As you inhale, halfway lift here. As you exhale, start to walk your hands towards the front of your mat, pivoting into a lunge. And then go ahead, just step forward into a fold at the top of the mat. Walk your feet wide and just take a ragdoll here. Bend the knees, grab opposite elbows. Just sway from side to side. Really nice. Then go ahead, plant the hands, step back into your downward facing dog. If you'd like to take a flow, feel free to come forward into plank and take your vinyasa. Or if you just want to hang out in downward dog, we'll be here for about 3 breaths. And then settle into your downward dog. Go ahead, reach that left leg straight back behind you. On the exhale, bring your knee to your nose, shift the weight forward, round the spine. Inhale, extend long behind you. Exhale, knee to nose. Really nice. Inhale, extend long. Exhale, knee to nose. See if you can tap your nose with your knee. One more, inhale. And exhale, knee to nose. Pause here. Bring the knee all the way up and in. Go ahead, step that foot forward into your lunge. Really nice. When you find your footing, rise up, high lunge. Bend into that left knee. Press that right heel down towards the ground. Take an inhale here. Exhale, clasp your hands at the low spine. Lift the chest. Pull the bind towards that back leg. On the exhale, slowly come into your modified humble warrior. Fold to the inside of that left knee. Reach the bind up towards the sky. So you're still pressing down through that left foot. You're not losing that engagement in the leg. Using the muscles in the belly. Slowly come all the way back up. Keep the bind. And begin to transition into your warrior 3. Bring all the weight into that left foot as you peel the right foot off the mat. Maybe this side's a little bit more wobbly. It is for me. And take whatever arm variation you'd like on this side. Wherever you are, your shoulder blades are squeezing together and you're pressing through the heel of that back foot. Ooh, you might wobble. I'm wobbling. Take one more full breath here. And slowly with control, step back into your warrior 2. Open it up. Wow. Open it up, warrior 2. Bend into that left knee. Left hand forward, right hand back. Find your strong warrior 2 here. On the inhale, flip the front palm, reverse your warrior. Reach the left fingertips back. Keep bending into that left knee. Take one full breath in. And out. One more inhale here. Exhale, extended side angle. Left arm comes down to the knee. Right arm reaches up towards the sky. Really nice. So think about pressing that left forearm into the knee and opening up through the right shoulder. One more full breath here. Go ahead, slowly pull yourself back up into your warrior two, preparing for your half moon. So grab your block or your prop. Go ahead, bring your left hand down. Right arm reaches up and right leg lifts. Feel free to modify it as you need to. If you really want to get fancy, you can reach back for that back foot. If you grab the foot, kick the foot into the hand. One more full breath here. You're doing great. Slowly with control, step back into your warrior two. Bring your hands to your hips, straighten the left leg, and pivot all 10 toes to face the side of your mat. I'm gonna flip around. Go ahead, point your toes out, heels in. On the inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. Exhale, bend the knees, bend the elbows, coming into your goddess. Nice. Press your knees back, press your elbows back. Belly's engaged, core's engaged. Sink the hips a little bit lower. You got this, we're almost done. So you can choose to stay here, or if you really want a little bit more core, go ahead and tap your right elbow to your right knee. Inhale back to center. And then exhale over to the left. Inhale to center. Over to the right. Inhale to center. Sink the hips a little bit lower. Over to the left. One more each side. Exhale over to the right. And back to center. Over to the left. Back to center. Straighten the legs, straighten the arms. And fold forward. Beautiful. Nice job, everyone. And then just take whatever variation you want to. If you want to walk your hands forward, melt the heart down towards the ground. Or if you want to work on your headstand, you can start to reach the crown of your head down towards the ground and just rock back and forth into the toes of the feet, bringing a little bit of weight into the crown of the head, just getting yourself used to that motion. Or maybe you just want to hang out. Be here for a few more breaths. Go ahead and start to come back up onto your hands. Coming back to center here, begin to walk your hands over towards that left foot. Pivot all 10 toes to face the front of the mat. Plant the hands, step back into your downward dog. And shake it out. Sway the hips from side to side. Notice how you feel. All right, starting to wind down here a little bit. On the inhale, reach your right leg straight back behind you. As you exhale, step the knee forward in between the hands, finding your pigeon. So knee comes in between the hands. And I'm going to recommend that you put a blanket or a prop underneath your right hip. If you've been sitting for a long time, possibly months, your hips might be a little bit tight. So you don't want to wear down the knee here. So bring a prop underneath your right hip. Bring your fingertips onto the mat as you inhale, lift the chest. Press your hips down towards the ground. On the exhale, walk the hands forward, drape your torso atop your right leg. Just let your head rest on your hands. Come back to your breath. ready, slowly come up onto your hands. We're going to take a moment here in our tiger pose. So our tiger pose is really just an engaged pigeon. What you're going to do is you want to pull your inner thighs together, and a good test of that is to lift your fingertips off the mat. Make sure that you can hold yourself up in this pose. And if you want to go a little bit further, you can start to make your way into mermaid. So you're going to bend your left knee, bend your left knee, go ahead, grab that left foot, and just pull it in towards your seat. Or you can stay right here in your tiger. Wherever you are, you're supporting yourself here. So if you want a little bit of a quad stretch, you can grab the back foot. If you really want to come into full mermaid, you can bring the foot to the inside of the armpit and reach that right arm up towards the sky. And then maybe you take a bind behind your head. Again, all of these things are optional. Take whatever works for you today. And wherever you end up, take 3 full breaths there. If you grabbed the back foot, go ahead and release it. Plant the hands, remove whatever prop you have, and just find your way back into your downward dog, and just take whatever movement you need to wake back up that leg. So you can roll it out, shake it out, whatever you want to do. And come back into your downward dog. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So as you inhale, lift your left leg straight back behind you. As you exhale, step the knee forward into your pigeon. So find your pigeon, adjust yourself as you need to. I recommend putting a prop underneath your left hip. Bring your fingertips onto the mat as you inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, fold forward into your reclined pigeon. Let your head rest onto your hands. When you're ready, slowly begin to come up onto your hands, taking as much time as you need. And then go ahead and find your tiger pose. So engage the legs, press down through the inner thighs, and lift your fingertips off the mat. So your belly's really engaged here. Your legs are really engaged here. And if you want to come into your mermaid, go ahead and grab that right foot and start to pull the foot down towards your seat. And again, if you're trying for full mermaid, bring your foot to the inside of the elbow or the armpit. Reach your left arm up towards the sky, but again, you want to make sure that you're supporting yourself, your legs are holding you up. And then go ahead and take a bind behind your head. All these things are optional, and wherever you are is completely fine. It's more than fine, it's great. Take 3 deep breaths wherever you are. If you grab the foot, go ahead, release the foot. Remove the prop from underneath your hip and press yourself all the way back into your downward dog and take whatever movement you need to wake up that hip. And when you're ready, go ahead, drop down to the knees and roll over into a seat. Bring your legs in front of you and give them a little shake. We're gonna do one seated twist here before we make our way onto our backs. So go ahead, hug the right knee into the chest, plant the right foot right next to the left knee. Go ahead, cross that right foot over the left knee. Bring your right hand behind you as you inhale, lift the left arm up towards the sky. So again, lefts and rights, really tough. On the exhale, twist over to the right. So wherever you are, just make sure you're hugging your right knee into the chest and you're looking over your right shoulder. Take a few breaths here, and as you inhale, grow a little bit taller. As you exhale, twist a little bit deeper. And on your next inhale, look forward. On the exhale, untwist. Bring your legs out in front of you and give them a little shake. Beautiful. This time, hug your left knee into your chest. Plant the left foot right next to the right knee. And then go ahead, cross that foot over the right knee. Bring your left hand behind you. And as you inhale, reach your right arm up towards the sky. Then go ahead, hug that left knee into the chest. Look over your left shoulder. So you're hugging your left knee and you're looking over your left shoulder. As you inhale, grow a little bit taller. As you exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Nice. Notice if you're holding any tension in your face. We're about 40 minutes into class, and typically students start to look really angry right around now. So see if you can soften your face. And the next inhale, look forward. And exhale, release everything. Really nice. Go ahead and make your way all the way onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice hug, a big squeeze. Rock from side to side. You can make circles with the knees over the hips. And go ahead, straighten your legs up towards the sky. Flex the toes towards you. This is going to be the inversion that I'm offering today. If you want to go a little bit further, you can come into shoulder stand. But if you're coming into shoulder stand, so you can stay right here, legs up the wall. This is great. You're coming into shoulder stand. Bring your hands to your low back and try to make your body as straight as you can. Point the toes up towards the sky. But you don't want to ever release the low back here. You want to protect the kidneys. Really important. And you don't want to be crunching anything in the neck. So if you feel any pain in the neck, you want to come out of it. I guess I'm just gonna show you guys shoulder stand, I guess. If you're in shoulder stand, you can let your feet fall back behind you, and if they reach the ground, then you can release the hands. And you can bend the knees, frame the face, whatever you want. Wherever you are, whether you're in plow or legs up the wall, take 3 deep breaths. And if you're in legs up the wall, begin to bend the knees and come out of it. If you're in plow, bring your hands to the low back and slowly roll yourself out of your shoulder stand, however you want to. And bring yourself all the way back down to the ground. So I'm just going to offer as a last pose a happy baby, but if there's something else that's calling to you, maybe a twist or something different, feel free to take that. But if you want to take happy baby, you're just going to grab the big toes with the peace fingers. Just rock from side to side. Close the eyes. Begin to really deepen that breath. See if you can breathe all the way into the tops of your lungs. Use the full capacity of your lungs, people. It's really good for you. Whenever you feel ready, again, taking whatever poses you need to. Don't feel like you need to stop what you're doing, but when you're ready, come into your Shavasana. So let your legs be long on the mat. Let your arms come out wide, take up a lot of space. And if this doesn't work for your low back, you can bend the knees and let the knees fall in towards each other. It's a little bit easier on the low back. As you settle in, see if you can become heavy. Let your bones be really heavy. Notice if you feel the urge or the impulse to hold yourself up. Notice if your core is still working, if your shoulders are still working. Make a conscious effort to release. Let go. As you slowly bring your awareness back into your body, I'm going to do a short breathing exercise just to release that last bit of tension from our bodies. So as you inhale, fill up the lungs, breathe in through the nose for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. And as you exhale slowly out the mouth for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue on your own for 2 more rounds. With every exhale, press a little bit more tension out of the body. And slowly, when you're ready, begin to make your way up into a seat. Keeping your eyes closed, we'll meet in a seated position, hands at heart center. Sitting up nice and tall. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose and release it out the mouth. Thank you all for practicing with me today, allowing me to guide your practice. The light in me honors and recognizes the light in every single one of you. Namaste.